All right. Welcome. No, all right. Welcome to another episode of Can We Please? And on today's episode of Can We Please, we're going back to Escape from Tarkov. So if you guys want to see this add to Tarkov, or y'all want to add Nikita, if y'all want to make suggestions for another Can We Please, go ahead and feel free to put it down in the comments. Subscribe to come back for more podcasts every 2 weeks, released on all platforms. You can see the video version here on YouTube, so if you want to get more context of what's going on, hey, you can watch it on YouTube, get that video version if you want to see my reaction, what's going on, and also if there's ever any guests, you'll be able to see their faces. Yeah, let's get into it, guys. I'm glad to be able to make it to the third episode, guys. I'm hoping I can keep this consistent. I should have not had it set up this way, but when I say that, it's because I know if I look over here, you guys are gonna be able to see me seeing myself, because I got my tinted glasses on, so it's really easy to see the reflection. So if you guys see me look over to the right or look down, I'll be looking down for my notes. I'll be looking to the right to make sure the recording is still fine and everything's going good. All right, that boy good. Let's talk about today's topic for Escape from Tarkov. Nikita and Battle State Group, can we please get some new pistol calibers? And can we get some new 9mm rounds? I know you're probably thinking, what do we need 9mm rounds for? 9mm is almost never going to be meta. 9mm just really isn't that effective against armor. Which, to a certain extent, I say yes, you're right. But I think we got a couple options that I'm going to show you guys today that might surprise you. And we have three new cartridges. Four new cartridges. Saying cartridges is kicking my butt. 4 new cartridges that I think should be introduced to Escape from Tarkov. But before we get there, you guys take a guess and leave down in the comments what you guys think those 4 new cartridges are. I'm just gonna call them rounds from now on, or new calibers, because calibers is easier to say than cartridges. So leave your guesses down in the comments. Let's start off with the new 9mm rounds that I think would be really cool to see added to Escape from Tarkov. Also, I think I'll end up making an independent podcast for another topic, but I'll touch on it here. I would really like to see more PCCs or more subguns added to Escape from Tarkov. We already do have a decent amount. We have the MPX, we have the MP5, we have what else? We have the MP9, we have the MP7. I'm just thinking 9mm right now. We have the Vityaz and the civilian version of the Vityaz. So not bad. But let's start off with the first round that I think would be really cool to add to Escape from Tarkov. That is 9mm. For the first new round of 9mm, I think it'd be really cool to add something like the Fort Scott's Munitions Tumble Upon Impact 9mm round. If you don't know what that is a solid copper projectile that when it hits ballistic gel, when it hits flesh, it tumbles, right? And they have videos up on their YouTube where they shoot a black bear and they kill a black bear with a 9mm. And I think they've even killed a black bear with a 380 of their TUI ammunition. But basically, what makes it so special is that you have this solid projectile that's almost like an FMJ, but instead of it being copper plated and lead, it's just straight copper, and it's kind of got a pointy tip, and it just zips, and as soon as it hits flesh, it goes and it tumbles, and it makes a whole lot of internal damage to flesh, and it like takes out bones, because like it's solid copper, so it's dense, it's hard, it's strong. Pause. But it does a lot of damage to flesh. So I'm thinking that this round could be really good in Tarkov. And you're saying like, well, what does it do better than any other rounds we already have there, right? I think this would actually be a nice in between PST rounds and AP 6.3, which is all the 3 rounds I'm gonna introduce. All the 3 bullets I think would be a nice addition to the game are gonna be in betweens the PSTs are already there, and AP 6.3. And the reason I say that too is because there are multiple videos you can look up now where the Fort Scott munitions, their 9mm, 115 grain, and 80 grain, can go through level 3A, which is, I'm pretty sure that's 3A is supposed to be rated up to 357 Magnum. So I think in Tarkov, that's right around level 3 armor. If I'm wrong, someone correct me in the comments. I think that's level 3 or level 2 armor, as far as the Russian standard. But Fort Scott's munitions, their round out of a 5-inch, or not even a 5-inch, I think out of like a 3.8-inch 9mm handgun can go through level 3 armor. And I'll post there. I'll have that showing to the side of this video so you guys can see that. So this, like I said, think in between PST and AP 6.3. And let me pull up the ballistics chart real quick here. Excuse me. So let's see, where's 9mm? Okay, so yeah, the PST does 54 damage to the flesh. Check the penetration power. Its pin power is 20, armor damage 33, frag chance 15. So let's go over the stats that I think the Fort Scott TUI would have, whether they chose to put the 115 grain or the 80 grain in. Personally, I feel like if they put the 80 grain in, it could possibly break the 9mm meta or break the game. When I say that, it's because it has that extra speed on it. But then again, I don't think it has enough speed to make a difference as far as going through armor. But you never know. So let's see. I'm looking at the ballistic chart right now, and basically you got green up to level 2, and then level 3 is like you basically at the mag dump. This is where the Fort Scott would kind of step in. At level 3 for the Russian levels of armor, the Fort Scott TUI would be able to go through like level 3 helmets. So I think it'd be really cool to see that, you know, have like I said, this in between. It'd be really good, and then it'd have higher flesh damage, because the flesh damage is, which I personally, every single time I see it, the rip rounds, I don't understand why the rip rounds are so high in damage. Like, if you've ever seen those things get shot into ballistic gel, they literally just go in like about half an inch and they fragment. So like it's high frag chance, but it doesn't penetrate anywhere enough to do actual damage, as far as we can tell by testing in the ballistics gel. So where would I put it for damage? Right now, PST, just to give you guys a frame of reference, is at 54 damage. Its pin power is 20. Its armor damage is 33. Frag chance 15. I would put the damage probably closer to Quakemaker, or right at Luger CCI, or above Luger CCI. So I put it, maybe, let's say, we're gonna write this down. I would put this Fort Scott TUI, I put it at 80 damage or 81 damage, and I know some people are saying, well, that's pretty high. That's just as close to the 45 ACP. It is. The 45 laser match FMJ, or just even the match FMJ, is already at, I think it's at what, 72, 76? Yep, already at 72, 76 damage. So it is a lot of damage, but because it's tumbling the way it is, it's causing more damage once it hits the flesh. And you also got to realize, right, modern day 9mm loads, 9mm NATO, Luger loads, whatever you want to call it, out of a full size handgun, not even to mention a PCC, is just as effective as the 45 ACP. So this is where I think, like I said, having what you call submachine guns don't only become just spam machines, but they become something that's worth it, right? They become a viable option. You know, the what's in there right now? The Stim 9. The Stim 9 becomes more valuable. The Vitias, the MP5 becomes more valuable. They're not just throwaway guns. So start of the wipe, they'd be pretty strong, and I think I would want these rounds to help them be still strong during mid wipe, when everyone's starting to run level 4 armor. You know, starting to get to level 5, and then late wipe, it wouldn't really do much to thorax per se at this point. You This is what I hate about wireless headphones. I could have sworn I had these charging while I was gone. Anyways, back to the podcast. It's not a Hershey podcast unless my headphones die, right? I mean, what was I saying? Late wipe. I don't think that these rounds would be too devastating, but what would make these rounds nice is that you almost have a guaranteed penetration on the face shield. So just to go over the stat line again for the Fort Scott Munitions TUI solid copper rounds, I'm thinking somewhere closer to on the low end. I would say on the low end 75 damage. On the high end, maybe 85, meaning Quake or matching the Quake Maker. Penetration power 29. Yeah, I'm thinking either 29 or because it had to be up there for AP 6.3. I can see it not going through level 4. Even I've seen, because that's weird, y'all. Because I'm contemplating, right? Because I've seen shooting or people testing rifle rounds, right? I've seen full speed. Make sure I put it that way too. I've seen full speed M855 go through. Well, never mind yet, because that's not the newest helmets. If you guys see me like look down, or you guys are hearing me think, I'm thinking about it, right? Because I'm thinking older helmets, right, or lower rated helmets, right, out of a 20-inch barrel, 5.56 wise, like M855 will go through level 3 helmet, which they already got here, right? Level 4 helmet, out of a 20-inch barrel, you might just get through that helmet. You might just with one shot, but that's a chance. So I kind of agree with how Tarkov has it rated here. So I don't want to go too high, because maybe 29 might be too high for a pin rating, because 30 is M855 and it's definitely not M855. So let's tone it down. Maybe instead of 30, I'll say pin chance or pin power should be 28. Armor damage, if it's I can't put that in because that's too much variability. Armor damage, we'll place it pretty close to AP 6.3. We'll give armor damage 45. Okay, and then accuracy, these are the Fort Scott loads them as match rounds, giving it a plus 5% accuracy. I think that would make sense. Recoil, don't think you add any recoil. Frag chance, no frag chance. Ooh, this is something else where I think the TUI would make a big splash, or would be pretty cool, because this is a solid copper round. It's not a hollow point. There's a higher chance of it over penetrating or going all the way through the body. So that means if you like shoot someone through the leg, right? Shoot someone through the artery, probably have a higher chance of it bleeding out because it's through and through. If I'm understanding that right, I could be completely wrong. Saying that, I think its light bleed should actually be pretty high at like 35 or 30%, just like rip rounds, and its heavy bleed should be at 20. Actually, no, I'm gonna be ballsy. I'm gonna say light and heavy bleed should both be 30%. They should both be 30% for this it would be 9x19 TUI. So they wouldn't have to make it as the acronym as long. 9x19 TUI. That's my final go on the stat line. I like it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but once again, I feel like these would be nice new rounds to add to kind of help bridge that gap. That to me a huge gap between PST and AP 6.3. Now let's talk about who would you buy the rounds from. That to me, that's got to be easy because this is an American company, and it's mainly sold here in America. So it's got to be Peacekeeper. It's just got to be a Peacekeeper round, all right? Peacekeeper. I would doubt that this one would be a skier round, because I don't think they sell abroad, even to the hunting folks that can only hunt with lead-free rounds. So I'm gonna go with only can be found at Peacekeeper. You can buy them $2 or $3 a round. I think that'd be a fair price. If you guys think otherwise, like I said, let me know down in the comments. But not to make it too long, let's move on to the next 9mm round, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about, y'all. The next 9mm round that I think would be a good addition to the game would be G9, or I'll put it this way. I think it would be good to have an external hollow point. And if you guys don't know what that is, pop up on the screen here. Oh, there. Oh, the blur's messing with it. But we'll pop up on the screen. If you've never seen an external hollow point, it literally looks like a drill bit. That's what the bullet tip actually looks like. It's a drill bit. And I got 2 here that I've looked up, and I think either one would be a good add. And we have the G9 Defense, their 9mm load. Then we also have Lehigh loaded through Underwood. So Lehigh Defense, or Underwood's Extreme Defender and Extreme Hunter. I think these would be really good adds. Why? Because one, they would have high damage, and once again, they were getting something that can penetrate. Right now, these probably wouldn't. The Extreme Defender, I would place this damage all the way up there with Quakemaker for sure, not even a question. So where TUI was kind of erring on with a little bit of margin, nope, it's margin, err on the side of margin, err. We're getting rid of it. Don't even worry about it. But to be on the safe side, I would propose that these would be high up there in damage too. So we'll start off with the Extreme Defender and the G9. I'll kind of classify these as the same round. This is just once again more so a call for external hollow points in the 9x19 realm. The G9 Defender, or the Extreme Defender by Underwood / Lehigh, I'd say easily 80 damage. Lowest should be 80 damage. And actually, you know what? I changed my Fort Scott too. Lowest should be 80 damage at the minimum for these rounds. And I know you're saying, well, what makes that? What gives you that reasoning? Once again, modern 9mm rounds out of a full-size handgun, which that's mostly what we have in Tarkov, right? We have the Glock 17 full-size handgun. We have the 19X, which is compact, right? But still, you know, 4-inch handgun. We have, what else do we have for pistols? Someone help me out. We have the M9A3 full-size handgun. Okay, when these bullets are coming out of full-size handguns, not to mention something like a Stem 9, the Mohita Quitters, bruh, it's a wrap. These are easily doing 80, 85 damage. And I know some people are like, no, that's crazy. How is it doing? How would you say that's doing more than some of the rifle rounds? That is literally just because of how the bullet does its damage, right? Now, a lot of these rifle rounds, yeah, looking at some of the rifle rounds, could they do more damage? Yes, but some of them don't because they zip straight through, right? Like, for example, let's look at BT rounds, 5.45 BT rounds. They do 42 damage, right? They have a lot higher pin power, a lot higher armor damage. They have a higher frag chance, excuse me. It has a higher frag chance, right? And the rest is just, there's no really other stats for it, right? It's a rifle round. And in most cases, right, you're using the rifle round for more energy to hit, right? But it's zipping through. It's not doing as much flush damage. 5.45 is known for tumbling more, but can be inconsistent, right? And then you don't know how much of that energy you're losing when hitting armor. Different subject. But that's why I'm saying that these higher numbers are justified, because one, given that they are pistol rounds, they do their damage by either fragmenting or expanding or causing tissue damage, which is a little more unique than some of the rifle rounds. So Extreme Defender, that damage got to be high. Okay, let's go over penetration power. The penetration power on these, on the Defenders, I'd actually put it closer to the PST. I would say on the Defenders, we're gonna put it closer to like 24, 25. I think 24, 20. I think 25 would be a good amount, because we've seen, if you look up videos, you've seen it will go through a decent amount of layers. I think Extreme Defender doesn't go through level 3A armor, or level, I think it's 3A. Yeah, 3A is the pistol certification. So Extreme Defender would probably, I'd say, instead of it going through or always going through a level 3 helmet, it has a chance that it doesn't, but very high chance. So that's where I rank that as far as pin power. Armor damage, put it right there, PST. No reason to go crazy with that. Right there, PST. 33, 34, nothing crazy. Accuracy, no change. Recoil, maybe add a little bit of recoil, because these are, as far as I'm concerned, Underwood, which is really the only company that's loads them super hot, loads them hot, so they got a little more stang to them. Fragment chance, once again, these are solid copper rounds, so there's gonna be 0 fragment chance. These aren't fragmenting because the rounds literally just gonna stay together. Light bleed, I want to say light bleed like 5%, heavy bleed maybe 5%. Just because this round isn't designed to zip straight through. It can, but it's designed to go in. And once again, I'm gonna put a video up on the side so you guys can see. It's designed to go in and just like literally twist up a hole and destroy the flesh. So that is the external hollow point. This is the Extreme Defender, or basically, I think they should label this like 9x19 XD, and then for the next one that we're gonna go over for the 9x19, this would be the XP, or X. We'll do XHP. Yeah, external hollow point. So this would be XHP, or no, EHP, XP. I think that would be a good acronym for it. So the Extreme Penetrator that Lehigh sells. Now this one still kind of has the same shape as the Defender, but its focus is more so to penetrate deeper in the flesh. This is more so like an outdoorsman round that's used in like handgun hunting, or for example, if you're trying to take out a bear, like you see a grizzly bear in the forest, help the bear. All right, that's what these type of rounds are. So they have an XP round or an Extreme Hunter round, which are literally meant to punch through and just keep going into flesh. Like, so think about punching through bear skin or tough bear hide. That's what these rounds are designed for, and they still do a decent amount of damage. Now, they might not expand as much and do as much damage as the XDs, because like I said, that design is just a little bit different. So I would place the damage a little lower. This one I would actually place the damage closer to 70s. So I would say 75 would be appropriate. And where this one I think would excel is I put the TUI's pin power right at 29 or 29, 28. I would put its pin power right at like 27, 27, 28, right there at TUI, or if not just a little bit higher, because it has that design, those flutes on the outside of the projectile to keep the bullet going, for it to not really stop once it hits a barrier or armor. Yeah, I think so. That is all the 9mm rounds. And for these, because these are more hunting centric, and I think I've heard of these being outside the US, like, or seen videos of people shooting them outside the US on YouTube. I would say that these could be either bought from Skier and or Peacekeeper, and maybe Jaeger. You would be able to buy the Extreme Penetrator or the Extreme Hunter from. I think that would be a good idea, to be able to buy the Extreme Hunter from Jaeger. I know he's technically, the sniper shotgun guy, but I don't see a problem with him selling that round. At what level trader? I think these would be appropriately, since these would kind of be more mid-wipe rounds, these would be level 2 traders for the traders that are already listed. I don't think that would be a problem. Flea market, AP 6.3 is on flea market, so I'd say yes to these being on the flea market. I would personally say yes to these being on the flea market, but I can also see where people would debate no on the flea market. But I'm a stand. 9x19, the TUI, and what we're gonna call the EHP XD and the EHP XP should be on the flea market, and they fill the gap of the intermediate bullets between PST and AP 6.3 that people can use in the PCCs in the game, or the SMGs in the game, that still make SMGs viable. So instead of people having to use 45 or use the UMP, this basically gives people the option to use 9mm and use all the 9mm platforms. So people just have more choices. So yeah, that is all of the 9mm for right now. So Nikita, can we please get these new bullets? Or Battlestick, can we please get these new bullets and Escape from Tarkov? I'll have all the pictures here, man. It's gonna be here. All right, I'm here for you. All right. Now, before we go on to the next subject, I gotta tell you guys about our today's sponsorship. Well, it's not really a sponsorship, but it is. Today's sponsorship is brought to you by me, because I don't have any sponsors yet. This is a small channel, but I appreciate everyone who comes here to support me. How you guys can help me is always by subscribing, liking, leaving a comment. And I know that's probably annoying. You're like, okay, I gotta hear this guy go through a little sponsor reel. I'm gonna make it short. Please hit the bell as well, so you guys can be notified whenever these podcasts goes live, or you guys can see shorts that go live of the other content that I also post on this YouTube channel. When I say sponsored by me, I also sell merch through Teespring. If you guys want to go check it out, please do. I have multiple different designs. I actually am wearing the joggers right now that I had designed and I've been working on. If you guys want to support, look, you guys like these. I probably should have taken off the filter. Oh well. I'll roll the guy's name merch through. I'll roll it through. My fault, y'all. Please take a look. And since it is February, I will be having Black History Month merch out for this month, and I'll probably run it through the first week of March, as long as I get it out before then, so you guys can pick that up. And it'll be limited edition, and then I'll try to do each year. I'll have more Black History Month merch out, so take a look there. I got shirts, hoodies, joggers. I got wife beaters. Not actually, don't beat your wife, but I do have wife beaters on there. And I also have some new designs coming in, so you guys always check that out. The more people I have watching, the more people I have supporting. There might be sometimes I'll even do giveaways in the videos, and I also do heavy discounts on my merch. So I appreciate you guys for sitting through that. Thank you for sticking with me. Let's get on to the next part of the podcast, which is our first new caliber. Did you guys guess this caliber? Can we please, Battlestate Games, get 10mm? We need some more heavy hitters. We need some more hammers, all right? Well, you're saying, why do we need 10mm? Well, we got 4.5, right? And they say the only reason they didn't get 4.6 because John Moses Browning could have come up with that. Something like that. That's something like that. They say something. But why do I think we should have 10mm? We already have 45. 10mm would be a great addition to add to the handgun calibers. I know some people are like, well, why do we need more handgun calibers, right? We already have these rifles, right? Well, as far as rifle calibers, there's not too much more that you can add that would make sense lore-wise, or too much more that you can actually add as far as weapon platforms that are in the game, or common weapon platforms that you can add, right? So 10mm. 10mm is used all across the world, and there's a couple of different platforms and handguns that we could add, right? And I'm going to go over the different weapons that I think would be a nice addition, right? I'm not going to stick too much on 10mm as far as damage and power or whatnot, because I'm not necessarily recommending different bullets. I'm more so recommending the caliber to be introduced to the game. And if you introduce the caliber right, you have to introduce the gun with it. Just like when they introduced the Chiappa Rhino, they introduced 357 Magnum. when they introduce 10 mil, they're probably gonna have a gun that they introduce it with. Now, what guns do I think they can introduce 10 mil with? I said introduce so many times for the past couple minutes. Let's not worry about it. Let's go over the first gun. I think a 10 mil 1911 would be a great addition. There's a bunch of those floating around Philippines, everywhere. I know the Philippines isn't close, but people run 10 mil, right? One that might be closer and more relevant, the Springfield XD, or the Croatian handgun. Don't remember the name of it. The HS product, 10 mil, both the compact and the full size, and I'm gonna make it even easier on you. Come on, Battle State. The 10 mil Glock 20, that Glock 20 Gen 5, boy, that Mo Hammer Slammer. All right, you can add that Glock 20 in 10 mil, and I think it'd be a pretty good addition, right? Pretty balanced. Now you're saying, how's it gonna be pretty balanced if it's hitting like 4.5? Well, 4.5 already has a bunch of recoil. 10 mil is considered a little bit more snappier than 4.5. So I say you add 10 mil, it's a little more snappier. Technically, some people might not agree with this, but the numbers kind of show it. 10 mil has more foot-pound energy in some loads than 45, right? And same thing, I'm just going to quickly go over, because once again, we're focusing on the caliber, not as much as the bullets. You can do a FMJ, you can do a hollow point, you can do a huntsman / woodcutter. That's for like states where, you can't use rounded projectiles, so you can use what they call woodcutters or huntsman projectiles, where it's literally just a flat top, hard cast lead. Once again, TUI, I already talked about TUI in the 9 mil portion, where they designed those for 10 mil too, where they rip up flesh. And same thing, external hollow points from Lehigh, which those are definitely used in like places like Alaska to take down bears and whatnot. Also, let's talk PCCs for 10 mil. This is where I think 10 mil would really shine. We already have 45. When you add 10 mil, right, you could add the 10 mil Vector. That thing would slap. A 10 mil Vector, slap, boy. That's new meta. New meta alert. New meta alert. So 10 mil, absolutely slap in a Vector 10 mil. Also, you could add the CMMG Banshees. You could add them in the 4.6. You could add them, and that would cover, your MP7 calibers, and then people could use the 4.6 quicker without having to use MP7. Once again, the CMG Banshee in 10 mil, which actually wouldn't have that much recoil because they have a proprietary system that lowers the recoil, and they're pretty accurate. So I'm just saying, get the CMG Banshee in 10 mil, 9 mil, 4.6. They got one in 5.7 by 2.8. That would be really cool to see added. What else could we add? I think what other PCCs are made in 10 mil? There's a couple other carbines made in 10 mil. There's the high point, but that wouldn't be over there. That wouldn't be over there. But I can see definitely where it's a possibility where USEC PMC brought over at 10 mil, or someone actually gets shipped over at 10 mil. Peacekeeper, skier, easy day. Easy day. Easy day. Alright, that's all I'm saying. 10 mil would be great. I'd love to see 10 mil in there. And like I said, even if you guys only do one gun at first, and it's just the Glock 20, because you guys don't want to add anything too complicated, and you just want to, add something tried and true. You guys want to see how it's going to do in the game. Glock 20, do it. Like I said, 1911s. You guys already got 1911s in the game. Springfield, too easy. 6 Hour, the 10 mil P320. You guys don't have the P320s in the game yet. So I'm just saying, the P320 X10 could be done. And I think those would be great. Great additions. Like, just damage wise, let's put a flat damage. I know I said they want to focus on bullets, but let's put a flat damage. We'll just say FMJ to FMJ, comparing it to 45. FMJ to FMJ, 10 mil should be doing a solid 80. Alright? Solid 80. As far as armor, literally it could be almost the same as the 45 match FMJ. It could be almost the same. The pin could be 25. The pin could be 25. It'd be okay. it would just cause a lot of damage. Fragment chance, less to hollow point, not much. Let's see, what else? Like I said, I already said pin power. Armor damage, now I think this is going to be somewhere do pretty well. Is just like the 45, it do higher armor damage, 36. So it could literally almost be stat for stat, really close to the 45, just a tad bit higher. Because 45 can get high up there in the energy. 10 mil can get high up there in the energy. Like once again, like I said, the Mo Hammer Slammers, them boys don't play. All right. Okay, moving on. Let's get it. What is it? Yeah, buddy. I was thinking of what's his name? Coleman. Also, in addition with adding 10 mil, had to look down at the notes because I almost forgot. If you add 10 mil, add 40 Smith & Wesson. Why would you add 40 Smith & Wesson? Well, because it's a lighter shooting 10 mil basically. It's a undercharged 10 mil. And you might be saying, okay, so how does that benefit us? It'd be a cheaper round for people to shoot in the 10 mil platforms, right? So they'd be able to get cheaper rounds. But what you could do theoretically is put all the rounds that or all the bullets that you're gonna provide for 10 mil. You also make a duplicate 40 Smith & Wesson version, but it just does less damage, or literally it's just a toned down stat of everything, but gives you a lot less recoil. I think that would be pretty cool, or that is an option. I don't think it's the best option, but a lot of European or a lot of duty grade pistols, especially when it comes to police forces, have been using 40 Smith & Wesson up until recently, where people are starting to switch back to 9 mil. So I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd just give you a cheaper ammo option, maybe just a little less effective round, but it'll still be doing its thing. Moving on to the next caliber, can we please get 44 Magnum? Where's 44 Magnum? Come on, Battle State. Where's 44 Magnum? We already see the 357 Magnum in the game with the Chiappa Rhino. For the 44 Magnum, all you gotta do is put a 44 Magnum Chiappa Rhino in the game. Easy day. When I say easy day, I know developing is not that easy, but I'm saying easy day. Alright, get 44 Magnum up in there. I need that Mo Hammer, Mo Hitter, Mo Pressure. Alright, I need to get that 44 Magnum in there, and my character just goes and I get a fraction. Actually, not 44. But if you guys do want to put that 500 Magnum in there, and y'all put that 500 bro, we talking about Mo Hammer Slammers. That pressure pushing P, boy. Hold on, let me look if there's a Chiappa Rhino in 500 Magnum, because there's a Chiappa Rhino in 500 Magnum. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. I said, let me see. Chiappa 357. Dang, this gosh dang Ham Hawks. This website look old in the mud, boy. I'm trying to see if they got the excuse me. Trying to see if they got 500 Magnums. The site looks all old and everything. No, 357 mag. Where a filter at, bro? Oh, is that a mosquito? Ooh, I'm about to start swinging. My GB, that boy ran from that wasp. Let's see, is there a 500 Magnum? Sworn they had one in 44 Magnum. Hold on, y'all. I have to do research. It was never available never available in 500 Magnum. Unfortunate. But it was available in 44. Man. Dang. All right, back to it, y'all. 44 Magnum. Battle State. I believe in y'all. Y'all can get it done. I believe in y'all. Why 44 Magnum? Do I even have to say? Like, really? It's 44 Magnum. And 500 Magnum. 500. Look, if you put 500 Magnum in the game, you can literally put in a little face cloth that says just put a thumb in it for Kentucky Ballistics. I don't care about none of that. But you can put 500 Magnum in the game, and each time you shoot it, you have a chance of getting a fracture in your arm. I'm cool with that. Or each time you take arm damage, I am 100% cool with that. Or you literally lose energy faster because you're shooting a 500 Magnum. I am 120% cool with that. Just add 500 Magnum, all right? And if I get to see my character go because he's level 1 and he has no recoil control, like y'all can even make that a requirement. If you're level 1, if you only have level 1 recoil control and you shoot the 500 Magnum, it has like a 1 in 100 chance. So it has a 1% chance to come back, slap you in the face, and black out your head or knock you out. Something stupid like that. I'm cool with that, just for the jokes. Put it, you know what? Hey, Battle State, I just gave y'all April Fool's little addition. Put in a 500 Magnum and make it to where like there's a small chance that after shooting it, your character has an animation where it comes back, hits his head, and you die in the white. I'm just saying. I mean, I know y'all aren't paying me, but I'm just saying. I'm giving y'all all up here in the noggin. I got y'all. I'm out here. And before we move on, one more sponsor spot, y'all. I know, another sponsor spot. Why? Because a brother gotta make money, and a brother's trying to protect you and help you out from additional wear and unneeded heat. Now, do you drive a car? The answer is probably yes. And if you don't drive a car, you probably know someone that drives a car. And if you drive a car, you know it needs motor oil. It needs some type of protection. It probably, takes gas, or whether you drive gas or diesel. If you're over here in the US of A or anywhere in the North American continent, I can help you out. I am an AMSOIL independent dealer. We sell the best. When I say the best, I mean the best motor oil on the market. There's not anyone better. Redline's pretty close. Mule Tool's pretty close. There's people that are close or might be close competitors, but Mobile One, not even close. Pennzoil, I mean, they tried. They're the best motor oil on the market, period. And why is that? That's because AMSOIL is 100% synthetic motor oil. That means you only use group 3 and above base stock. So group 3 oils, group 4 oils, group 5 oils, and it protects your engine for a very long time. Make sure you can keep running fuel efficient and with less wear. How do I know that? Because I personally use it myself, and before I became an AMSOIL dealer, I used it on my car. And personally, I can confidently say I can run my engine. My engine is super quiet. And not only do they have car products like their AMSOIL Signature Series for whatever weight that your car takes, that can run for 25,000 miles without needing to change as long as the filter supports it. But they also have stuff like firearms cleaner and firearms lubricant, which are both amazing if you have firearms. Man, that firearms cleaner is great because it breaks down carbon and it loosens everything up and you come off with just a little white. The lubricant is the best lubricant on the market I've ever tried, hands down, and I haven't seen anything better than it yet. Once you apply lubricant after cleaning, it stays onto the metal, it seeps into the metal, and it provides a nice film protection after you wipe it off. Not only that, I know a lot of people worry about a wet lubricant because they're worried about attracting dirt. It does not attract any additional dirt. In fact, it keeps the dirt moving around and from jamming your weapon. It also makes your firearm easier to clean at the end of your range trip. It literally makes carbon wipe straight off. Yeah, with the cleaner, it makes it, when you use the cleaner, it makes it easy to clean off. But with the lube, if you have it clean and you don't even put cleaner on it, it just wipes off. It's just wow, wow, wow. So do me a favor, look down in the description, use that link right there, click it. It will take you to the Amazon website. If you ever want to create an account, purchase some Amazon, let them know that I sent you, and enjoy your products. You won't be disappointed at all. Shout out to all my car heads and firearm. This ad's over, y'all. Next, Battlestick. Can we please get 7.5 FK Bruno? And I know you're saying, I ain't never ever heard no 7.5 FK Bruno. I heard of 9mm, I heard of 10mm, I heard of 44 Magnum, I've heard of 500 Magnum. But what is 7.5 FK Bruno? Boy, this thing is literally that Mo Hammer pressure slammer, okay? And the good thing is for this one is Battlestick. You would only have to add 2 bullets, because that's all that's really made right now. It's only made by one manufacturer. 2 bullets. Make this thing super expensive, or make the round super expensive. Make it only be through Skier, because it's basically a European gun. Make it only buyable through Euros. I'm giving you the keys to the palace, my boy. But why add 7.5 FK Bruno? Why? Because it's that Mo Hammer Slammer. Its energy is literally up there with 44 Magnum. It hits almost as hard, if not harder than 44 Magnum. It's only in one pistol right now, or technically 2 pistols, which is the FK Bruno. And within that pistol, that it can penetrate level 3 rifle armor, or we've seen it penetrate level 3 rifle armor, as shown by MAC post out. And like I said, it's just that Mo Hammer Slammer, but it's a handgun. You can put it's in a handgun. This would literally drop Chaz. This is once again, you put this in Euros, you put it at a level 3 trader, only in drops, can't buy it on flea market. That's how good it is. I'm saying that right off the rip. Level 3 traders can't buy it off flea market, only in the crate and traders. And when I say crate and traders, Skier level 3, and it's level. Actually, we'll do this. Level 3 is tradable. Once you get the little crown, once you get maximum loyalty, then you can actually buy it with Euros. Mags buyable by Euros. The rounds, 10 Euros per round. I know you're saying that's literally insane. No. If you've ever seen what that round can do, it's not insane. Nope, that thing is just that Mo Hammer Slammer. It is that pressure. It's that pushing P pressure. Alright? So my vote is get what I want to see first. Okay, let me calm it down, be honest, and bring it together. Out of everything that we've went over in this podcast, what would I want to see first? First, I would want to see the new 9mm bullets. Then I would want to see. Actually, that's a good question, because I would kind of want to say 44 Magnum, because they already have the platform in the game, right? They already have the Chiappa Rhino. If they wanted to add more revolvers, they could. I think people would be appreciative of revolvers, but some people are kind of straying away from them because 357 really isn't all that powerful. And right, you have the drawback of it being a revolver. So I'd say the new 9mm bullets. Actually, no, I'm gonna change this around. Add 10mm first, because with 10mm we can get new guns, and we have a completely new cartridge. And the 10mm can kind of take that place of the PST to AP 6.3 as far as just adding new 9mm rounds. So 10mm, add the new 9mm rounds, the TUI, the external hollow points, the Lehigh, Extreme Defender, Extreme Penetrator, or Extreme Hunters. Then I'd say add the 44 Magnum, and then lastly add the 7.5 Mo Hammer Slammers, beating them up like Bob Bruno, because them boys don't play. That's all I gotta say. Them boys do not play. They are almost up there with 44 Magnum. They do not play. You get hit with the Mo Hammer Slammers, it's a wrap. So that's where I'm at with this right now. That's where Big Hershey Rose is at. And let me see. Let me check the notes, y'all. Do we have anything else? I actually think I went over everything. All right, no, I didn't go over the damage and stuff. But I already wrapped it up. Just know, let me quickly go over it. 44 magnum damage. It's 44. It's 44 magnum. 44 magnum, at least just blunt damage. Yeah, it's gonna need to be in the 90s or 100. Get it done. 90s or 100. Easy. Too easy. All right, 7.5 Bruno. 90 or 100. Put it like 90. You know what? I take it back. 44 magnum, 120. Maybe 110. It's 44 magnum. 500 magnum, just if it hits someone with flesh and they don't have armor on, it just blows a hole through them. That's all you gotta worry about. Just blows a straight up hole through them, all right? Just blows the head straight off, all right? It's gonna be looking like Saving Private Ryan out here, all right? So, now let me get a little bit more serious. 7.5 Bruno, solid 95. Solid 95 to like 105. But where I think the 7.5 really is going to shine is armor pin because of how fast it's going. I know the game has the stats in there that measures feet per second for the bullets, but 7.5 Bruno easily going through level 3 helmets. Level 3 helmets easy. There's none of the rounds for 7.5 shouldn't have a green or shouldn't be going through level 3 helmets with one shot. Even level 4 helmets should be like maybe 2 to 3 shots, especially in the same place, because 7.5 is that Mo Hammer Slammer. I'm just gonna make it clear. It is what it is. It's that Mo Hammer Slammer. It's that pressure. Alright? It's 7.5. It's not in a handgun. So let me make sure we got everything. I think now I touched on everything. Yeah. So let me close up the stream. Close out the podcast. We're right near an hour. Something's gonna get cut out. So this is actually probably one of the longest podcasts that I've had yet. And I want to say thank you to everyone who came by, gave it a listen to me be scatterbrained, thought about some of the additions that I think would be cool to Tarkov. If you like them, leave a comment down below. Tweet it to Battle State. Let them know that you want to see these things in the game. Come back in another 2 weeks, y'all. And if you guys want to support me, it would really help, and I would appreciate it. It helps me make more content for the channel and for the other parts of content that I do on my channel. I don't only do this podcast. I also want to eventually record more and do more car content. I'd love to do more firearms content, but hey, it's not free. I do everything that I can out of my pocket. I provide you guys, I want to give you guys a fair trade and provide you guys with merch, with giveaways, just giving back to you guys. So wherever you guys can help, I really appreciate that. I plan on putting up more stuff or transferring some of my stuff over to Utreon, given that I am going to be doing firearms content, and there's going to be some stuff that I won't be able to do on YouTube that I can do on Utreon. So when that gets up, I'll put a short out about that. Support me on Patreon. Patreon will be up shortly. I'm not asking for anything. If you want to give. If you only want to give $1, give $1. Anything helps. It goes a long way. Whether $1 is 2 bullets of 9mm for me to shoot, or $1 is gas for me to get to the range, $1 is for me to buy a new mic. I appreciate it, guys. It's all gonna be going back to the channel and making some dreams come true. So thank you for coming along, and can I see you next time? Until then, guys, you guys have a good day. Peace.